Hello, welcome to Linda's Take. Today we are going to look at how you can create an Excel spreadsheet to track materials that you need for a project. I have an Excel spreadsheet opened up here, and you can see it's made up of columns and rows. In each column, I am going to put a specific piece of my information. Each row is going to contain a record with the information. So the first thing I need to do is enter in my column headings in row 1. I have the information for my column headings, but as you can see, you can't see all of the information because my column width is too narrow. So I'm going to come up here and put my insertion point over the A until my cursor looks like the downward pointing arrow. Then I can drag it all the way over to M, so I've selected all of these columns. Now I can take my mouse in between the M and the N, and you can see it changes shape there. And I'm just going to drag it a little bit. Make it just to make them all just a little bit longer. Now you can see I can actually read all of my different column headings, except for down here. K is still can't read all of that. So I'm going to take my insertion point between the K and the L, and I'm going to double click it. When you double click, it automatically sizes the column to the width of your longest entry. I am now ready to start entering my information, starting with the picture of my item, going through the item description, down to the lead time. I've entered some information, but one thing I noticed right away is my picture actually goes from row 2 down to row 6. I only want it to show in row 2. So I'm going to take my mouse in between row 2 and 3 until it changes shape, and then I'm going to click with my left mouse key and I'm going to drag down so that's all in row 2. And then I can move that picture around so it is centered, or at least it's in A2. The other thing I want you to pay attention to as you're entering information is spelling. You can see bronze is missing the N. Anytime you're working on a spreadsheet, especially if you're going to be showing it to somebody else, make sure that you have your spelling correctly. So here our item retail cost. We're going to enter in the information. It's $399.99. However, I want my reader to know that this is money. So up here in the number tool, I've got this $sign. That's the accounting number format. It's going to automatically put a $sign over to the left side of my cell and add my cents. My discount, I want it to be a percentage. So I'm going to come up here in the number grouping and I'm going to click on the percent style. And so now 20, it's automatically going to be percent, which is what I want it to do. In K2, we want it to show the price with discount. This is where people are tempted to get out their calculators. But ladies and gentlemen, you don't need calculators when you're using Excel. It's a very powerful calculator all on its own. You just have to know how to enter mathematical equations. So we are going to enter an equation that figures out what the price with discount is. So to do that, I'm going to click up here in the formula bar, make sure K2 is still my active cell. First, I'm going to type in equals. Equal tells Excel we're entering a formula or an equation. I want to know the retail price, which is I2, And anytime I can use a cell address, in this case I2, instead of typing in a number, that's what I want to do. I want I2 minus, I'm going to open parentheses, I want I2 times, which is Shift 8, J2, close parentheses. I want the retail cost minus the discount, and that's going to give me my price with discount. So I hit the enter key, and it's $319.99. That's my price with the discount. Shipping, again, it's a number. So we want to choose the accounting number format so people know that it's a price. In this case, shipping is $50. Now, quantity is not money, but it is a number. So up here in our number grouping under General, I'm going to click on this arrow and I'm going to choose Number. Anytime you're going to be doing some type of a mathematical equation in Excel, you want to change it to a number format. This case, we're going to buy 2. Now I'm ready to figure out my total price. The total price is going to be the price with the discount plus shipping. So I'm going to put in an equation that adds K2 and L2. So up here in my formula bar, I'm going to hit equals K2 plus L2. But I need to remember the quantities in there. So I want it to multiply by 2. So the first thing I need to do is put parentheses around the K2 plus L2 because I want my math to do that first and multiply it by M2. Okay, now I'm going to hit enter. So my total cost of my 2 chandeliers is $739.98. So here in the quantity, you don't really need the decimal places. So up here in the number grouping, I've got my increase and decrease decimal. I'm going to hit that decrease twice just so that it's 2. The reason for using your cell addresses instead of numbers when you're determining your quantities is because now, say I went to the store and I decided, hey, I really like this chandelier. I have 4 rooms I want to put this in. I can come back here to quantity, change that 2 to a 4, and it's automatically going to increase my total price. So it's always going to take care of that for me. Now let's do a little bit of cleanup here. I'm going to make this row just a little bit wider. I want to put borders on all of these. Oops. So I'm going to click from into, come back down. Well, let's just go all the way down. Up here in my font grouping, I've got my borders, and I'm going to say all borders. The other thing I want to do is I want the formatting or the formulas to go down for me. So here I've got my price with discount. I can just copy that down. And I've got my total price. I can copy that down. Go ahead and highlight these areas and make them accounting number format. Make this one accounting number format. And then I'm going to quantity, I'm going to change that to number and make sure I don't have any decimals. So now I'm ready to enter in the next information for my spreadsheet, the items that I want. Okay, so I've got my light bulb entered in here. The cost of my light bulb is $5.99. Again, I have a 20% discount. My price with discount automatically goes in there. My shipping is free, so it's going to be 0. And I need a total of 8. And it's going to figure it all in for me. I've set up my spreadsheet. Now all I need to do is go in and enter in my information. I hope you've learned something new with creating an Excel spreadsheet. If you like my video, please hit subscribe below. Thank you for checking out Linda's Take, and have a great day.